February 12th, the world's attention will shift to Lillehammer, Norway, and the opening of the 17th Winter Olympics. For 16 days, some rivalries will be renewed and some new heroes discovered. On the U.S. figure skating team, national champion Scott Davis could become the new king of the ice. Pairs champions Meno and Todd could upset the Russians in Norway, or maybe that task could fall on the shoulders of Kyoko Ina and Jason Dungeon. Or Karen Cortland and Todd Reynolds. Elizabeth Punselin and Jared Swallow could turn some heads in Norway. All will gather tonight for the final good luck send-off before the Winter Olympics. From the Patriot Center at George Mason University, with eyes focused on the world of figure skating, the countdown to the 17th Winter Olympiad continues with the Festival on Ice presented by Nations Bank. Hello again, everyone. I'm Nicole Watson, and welcome to U.S. Olympic Gold. The time is fast approaching, and the figure skaters are here to cross the T's and dot the I's. The Olympians will take the ice as a final training before Lillehammer, and the other athletes are here to perform as well. Now, after she heard rumors of being fat and out of shape, Elaine Zayak said she had to admit it herself. She felt like the ugly stepsister of figure skating. Well, now the former 1982 world champion is back with a Cinderella story of her own. She did a spectacular performance at the Nationals, and now she's here to impress this crowd. And Michelle Kwan is here. She is the alternate for the 1994 Olympic team at the tender age of 13. Now, amidst all the controversy and the tragedy that happened in Detroit, well, there are some extraordinary stories with some other athletes here who have beat the odds and come back to be some of America's best. With me today are my colleagues Jim Simpson and Peter Carruthers. And gentlemen, these kids have a lot to do before the big event.
You're right, Nicole, and this is a night that we can all enjoy. This is a night of excellence in music, in talent, and in excitement. I call it, Peter, a night of celebration. And yet you say there's something mental going on among these skaters that we will not see, but it is there.
Well, Nicole said it. It's the final exhibition before the Olympic Games. That's special. There are no judges. However, it's important because they're in front of an audience, and it's a very favorable situation to change anything that they might want to before they go to the Olympic Games.
But I think you will agree this is a night of celebration for the skaters.
You can't help but feel great for these athletes. For the first time, some of them are going off to the Winter Olympic Games, a memory they will have for the rest of their lives, and I wish them luck.
Here's Elaine Zayak. She has had her moments, a world silver, two world silver, a world gold, and a world bronze. And in the Nationals last week, Elaine Zayak thrilled the crowd and got a standing ovation coming out of retirement.
Very exciting for Elaine Zayak, because she came back after many years of being off the ice from competition and turned in a fantastic performance at the Nationals. Nice double axel. With Elaine, it was very interesting because she had some turbulent times as a professional. But after all was said and done, she got back into the arena again, started to train, and then got back on the ice at the national championship and turned in a very respectable performance.
Got that standing ovation, and she is the only woman American skater to reinstate as an amateur and try out for the Olympic team.
see her back in shape and looking great.
And one of the reasons she is back, she said, I just want to prove to people you can do anything if you have the determination.
And she has.
Virginia, site of Festival on Ice, presented by Nations Bank. Earlier we posed this question to Punchland and Swallow. Since you did not make the Olympic team in '92 a great disappointment, does that make making the team in '94 that much more special?
It's a very gratifying feeling. Having to wait for it and earn it again, or earn it a second time, it's very gratifying. The first time we were returning champions in '92 at the trials, and a lot of the expectations, I think, got us away from really what gets you to the elite level in sports. And after that, we got back to the hard work and the sacrifice, and we've really earned it this time, so it feels really good.
Only one team will go to Norway representing the United States in dance, and this is that team, Elizabeth Punchland and Jared Swallow. Their music, Peter, appropriate enough since they are going on to Norway Thanksgiving. We saw them in Trophy La Ligue also here on TNT, and they finished second. Punchland and Swallow are going to Norway in the Olympics, as we said, and so is TNT. Our coverage begins on Monday, the 14th of February. As you look at Elizabeth and Jared, you know they're just thrilled to be going to Norway to represent the U.S. But every time I look at the category of dance, I think, here come Torvald and Dean after all those years, since they're great moments, and they will be back on the ice in Norway.
That's going to be a very exciting competition, and just for Jared and Elizabeth to qualify, that's really great that they will be on the same ice with them at the Olympics.
Is a coach who defected from the Soviet Union when it was the Soviet Union. He doesn't have the proper credentials now to go on to Norway. He wonders if he will be able to go with his team of Punchland and Swallow. That's still to be worked out. Difficult at all, is it? to realize how come Elizabeth Punseland and Jared Swallow are on their way to Norway and are winners of the gold medal.
They're very lovely to watch. Just a lot of quality in their skating.
These two have a little bit of a problem. There's something that might disrupt you at the Olympic Games. Your coach may not be able to make it. What will happen if he does not?
Right. We work with two coaches, actually. One, Igor Spielben, and the other one, Liz Coates. So if Igor is unable to make it, I'm sure Liz will fill in for him.
When you guys skate on the ice with Torvill and Dean, that competition will be very, very rough. What do you think about that?
Skating with Torvill and Dean is a chance of a lifetime for us. We don't know if we'll be practicing at the same time with them, but just to be at the same competition as them is very inspiring, and we look forward to it. We'll focus on our task at hand and hopefully be able to enjoy watching them as well.
Well, we look forward to the competition. Congratulations on being Olympians.
Thank you very much.
17 until next August, and she already has an impressive list of credentials and successes behind her, including a win in the U.S. Olympic Festival. On the ice now, she was the bronze medalist in Detroit in the Nationals. And beware, Peter, when she's through figure skating, she would like to be a sports commentator for figure skating.
Well, we'll welcome her. Unfortunate. It's only exhibition, but that did take place at the national championship. Some of the hard falls that she had put her down in the scoring. Extension on the spiral. Certainly something she's known for. Wow.
Keep in mind that young, pretty, talented Nicole Bobek is just 16. A lot of figure skating and success ahead of her.
Well, once she does finally put it all together into one nice package of skating, I think we will see a lot more from her.
Pairs team Karen Cortland and Todd Reynolds have a powerful act on ice. We asked them about their skating style.
We look at our strengths and we try to exploit them, you know, or put our strengths out on the ice. And one of them is I'm a very strong guy. She's a beautiful looking woman, and we're very graceful together, and we look good together.
Yeah, the thing that we went after this year, actually Todd said it, is that we were going for power and passion, and that's what we tried to portray in our skating.
94 bronze medalists. Karen.
We will see them in Norway. They won the U.S. Olympic Festival. They finished third. They're on the way to Norway. A pairs team of Karen Cortland and Todd Reynolds.
This is their exhibition program. It's more of an aerobic conditioning program than anything else. Watch. Can you do that, Jim?
Not even without Karen on my back.
Right.
Not anymore.
Move is something we would not see in Olympic competition. That would be considered illegal because there is no rotation in the lift itself. With their aerobic routine and appropriate costuming, the music was Power. Karen Cortland, Todd Reynolds on their way to Norway, but not with that routine. No, that is an exhibition program. That's very different from what you will see in a competitive program.
But a crowd pleaser.
Definitely. I was talking about the illegality of this lift. It's great in exhibition, very exciting, but this would not work in competition because the man has to be rotating. The lift has to be turning. It does at the end here, but that's too late. But again, it's just great for exhibition. Really entertaining.
More Festival on Ice presented by Nations Bank from the Patriot Center on the campus of George Mason University in a moment. It's presented by Nations Bank. This is Mark Mitchell. In his resume, a Trophy La Ligue gold medal and a U.S. Olympic Festival gold medal. Been around for some time, but in the Nationals, finished 5th. Bobek has recently moved to Italy to train with Carlo and Krista Fassi, who used to be out in Colorado Springs. Got a good skate Canada in '93, finished with a silver medal.
Of course, not all of the skaters we're seeing tonight are going to be on the Olympic team in Lillehammer, Norway. However, if for some reason they do decide to turn professional, there's a lot of opportunity out there with shows.
Mitchell, a man who makes his home state of Connecticut very proud. I'm Jim Simpson with Peter Carruthers and Nicole Watson, and that is one of the happiest men to come out of the U.S. Nationals. Even though he is not going to the Olympic Games, he skated so well in the free program that Aaron Nielsen is just at the top of his game. He is such a happy guy.
Triple Lutz. A lot of athletic prowess with this young man. He really has pushed up in the ranks of men's figure skating in the United States, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him. Competition, but certainly fine for exhibition.
see Aaron Nilsson these days, I think of that Broadway show of some years ago, Most Happy Fella, because that's what he is.
He's got to be, because he's really starting to get those jumps down. No problem with the triple Lutz that were so high. In fact, here it is. Watch him pick into the ice with the right foot. Good rotation, strong landing.
Winter Olympic Games, Lillehammer, Norway. The site of the
A little bit different view. Again, very nice in the air, straight,
the two worlds meet in Landover,
and very
Maryland
strong on the landing.
I think one of the most sensational performances at the Nationals was your emotional reaction to your performance. Are you still riding high?
Yeah, basically. It was something that I had no idea. I didn't know what anybody else's marks were except for mine, so I think I was the only person in the whole stadium who didn't know that I was third place.
Peter Carruthers talks about your strength and athleticism. What do you think your strong suit is?
I think the jumps. I don't think I'm one that's very graceful, but I think that my style is something that's can work.
We love your style on the ice. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
In the pairs, they won the silver medal in Detroit in the Nationals. They are on their way to Norway. She's a former titleist in Japan, now living in the United States, Kyoko Ina and Jason Dungeon.
They really have improved a lot, and I think they're going to make strong representatives for pair skating for the United States in Lillehammer. Split double twist lift. Remember, she has had a lot of singles experience, so that will come in handy for some of these jumps that she has to do by herself and with her partner. Unison on the spins.
Danny Meno and Todd Sand were in the Olympics in Albertville, but with different partners. Now they're together and they're on the way back. And we asked them earlier, is it all that you expected this partnership to be?
I think it's all that we expected and more. I think we knew that if we worked hard, we could be good together, but I think it's come together very quickly. And we get excited every day when we work together because we make a step here and a stride here, and we just really look forward to going to the rink every day and improving some facet of our skating.
I think we really enjoy what we're doing every day because we get along so well together on the ice and off the ice, and we can get so much work done together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
94 Olympians from Costa Mesa, California, Jenny Meno and Todd Sand.
Todd was right, Peter. You can't tell that that right eye is as swollen as it is. In practice, Jenny let him have it with an elbow inadvertently, but it was a big swollen eye, and now it's gone down a bit, and the makeup is taking care of the rest.
Yes, it's coming along very well.
And Todd said it never really bothered him. As I looked at the bloodshot eye, I thought, oh, yeah?
Yeah. Easy throw axle. This team shows a lot of nice unison and again quality in skating. Their extensions are very well matched and they're smooth across the ice.
In Albertville, Jenny skated with Scott Wendland. And Todd skated with Natasha Kuchiki.
Now let's just keep them all together for more than 3 years.
It is truly a night of celebration for Jenny Meno and Todd Sand. They're on their way back to the Olympic Games for the second time in 2 years. And will anybody ever be able to say that again?
No, they won't. And remember, this is a pair team that is skating on ice that is 25% smaller than they're used to, and they fit all of their items and footwork in very nicely. Now here's a nice throw axle. Watch her back on the landing to make sure there's no lunge forward. Look how controlled that was. That was textbook perfect.
10 years old, Elizabeth Kwan, and she is a local girl. And if you're 7, what else would you be skating to except Beauty and the Beast? All skaters about their program, and young Elizabeth said, I really like to jump. And Peter, she's been skating half of her life. Started at 3.5, she's now 7.
That's certainly very advanced at this stage for that age.
Whoops.
Whoa. Jim, I didn't even start skating until I was 7 years old, and this little girl has already advanced so far.
Whoops. That's all right, Elizabeth. Most 7 years old don't get a chance to stay up this late, let alone skate before a big crowd. Elizabeth Kwan, and what a future at age 7. And she is a local girl, local in the Fairfax, Virginia area. There's no way that we can say we discovered Michelle Kwan, but we witnessed her performance in the U.S. Olympic Festival here on TNT last summer in San Antonio when she won the gold medal. She had just turned 13. She is eligible to go to the Olympic Games at age 13. And in our nationals, she was second, the silver medalist, and she's the reigning World Junior Championship. Other than that, she's just plain old Michelle Kwan from California.
That's all.
What was the line she kept using in San Antonio? You just go with the flow. Chris Yamaguchi said Michelle is doing things at age 13 that she couldn't do at 16 or 17. Let her performance speak for itself. Michelle Kwan.
Very nice. Remember, these skaters are coming off of the national championship. And although there is no pressure as far as the judges is concerned, there is a little bit of a letdown that occurs after a big championship like that. And they're all getting through it very well tonight. And the triple sow cow. No problem on the landing.
Earlier today, she said she was tired. Her legs were tired. And someone said, how could your legs be tired at age 13? We'll come right back to the Patriot Center with more. Tasha Kuchiki, who used to skate with Todd Sand, and Rocky Marble, who used to skate with Kalle Urbanski. Now they have hooked up. And at the Nationals, they finished fourth. They will not be going to Norway.
Watch this split double twist.
For those of you who remember the music of the 40s, this is Sing, Sing, Sing.
Side-by-side double axles. She had a little bit of a problem on it. Remember, they are skating with different partners now. And that means that they had to go back and redo all of the timing in unison. But they seem to be doing quite well.
Haven't been together long, but doing rather well. Natasha Nikuchiki and Rocky Marble.
Having spoken to Tamara Moscovina, one of the great coaches of Russian pair skaters, she says it's beyond her how pairs expect to get to the top level in skating without staying together for more than 3 or 4 years. You have to stay together for 10 years at least. Now, there's the lift that they did with a very nice dismount. So that was looking strong.
Skating Magazine, Skater of
What a dramatic moment it was on that Thursday night in Detroit when in the free program, Brian Boitano came out and skated beautifully. And most were saying, yep, he's going to win the gold medal. And immediately following, this man from Great Falls, Montana came out, Scott Davis, trailing after the technical program. You all know the story. He won the gold medal. He's our leading skater going to Norway. Scott Davis of Great Falls, Montana.
Well, his time is now, and he's ready for it. He has worked very hard, and I think that he will have a very good Olympics. Strong jumper, good style. He has the complete package.
And confident.
Yes.
As an amateur, Scott toured with Brian Boitano and Victor Petrenko and got a real good idea of how good they are in comparison to his own capabilities and abilities.
Very fast spins.
Peter, I mentioned Brian Boitano and Victor Petrenko for 2. You saw Scott Davis in Detroit. You're watching him now. Real chance for a medal of any kind or for the whole thing?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think the door is open for all of the men in the top 5 or 6 at the Olympic Games. Look at that triple Lutz. Oh, right off the end.
That's that short and smaller rink that Peter talked about.
Yes, it is 25% smaller than they're used to, even more than that. And so he just skated off. But it's exhibition and he's smiling.
I tell you what, to get back to the subject we were speaking, we didn't even bring in Kurt Browning. There's another man that a lot of people favor for the gold medal.
Yes, it really will come down to who skates the performance that is going to be required to win the gold medal with the least amount of mistakes. And that's what it comes down to with the big jumps. Big double axel.
There he is, 2-time national champion, and remembered this year for his come-from-behind performance immediately following the performance of Brian Boitano to earn the trip to Norway and the gold medal in the U.S. seniors. Scott Davis.
And there's the big double axel again. He's skating right out of this rink tonight. He's not used to ice that is this size. In fairness to him, this is really taking away from what he's capable of doing. Now here's the triple Lutz, 3 times around, fine, and now he's going to go step off the ice for a minute, right into the U.S. Olympic banner. That's where he wants to be, but not in the banner.
Scott, the rest of the crew back here is laughing at you. They say that you fell into that, but you're still the most outstanding performer. Assess your abilities at this point in your career.
I'm really happy with everything's going. You know, I had a great year, and great last year, so I just want to keep the ball rolling and head into the Olympics.
It's tough being in that #1 spot. Are you ready for it?
I think so. don't think I have anything to lose. I just want to go out there and attack the program. I think I attacked a little too much tonight and ran out of ice. So.
Well, how about Victor Petrenko in your other competition over in Lillehammer?
I just want to concentrate on what I'm going to do. You know, just go there and enjoy the whole experience. You know, do the Olympic thing and hopefully have a good time with it.
More figure skating in just a moment. Relaxed, confident, former national champion Todd Eldredge.
I only want to say, if there is a way, take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste its poison.
One of Andrew Lloyd Webber's earlier successes, Jesus Christ Superstar.
I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. Listen, surely I've exceeded expectations.
Wow. Strong triple Lutz.
Seems like 30. Could you ask as much from any other man? But if I die, see the saga through, do the things you ask of me. Let them hate me, hit me, hurt me, nail me to their tree. I wanna know, my God. I wanna know, my God. I wanna see, my God. I wanna see, my God. Why I should die. Would I be more noticed than I ever was before? Would the things I've said and done matter anymore? I have to know, my Lord. I have to know, my Lord. I'd have to see, my Lord. I'd have to see, my Lord. If I die, what will be my reward? If I die, what will be my reward? Have to know, I have to know, my Lord. Have to know, I have to know, my Lord. All right, I'll die. Just watch me die. See how I die. See how I
Todd Eldredge and music from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Then I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. After all I tried for 3 years, seems like 90. Why then am I scared to finish what I started? What you started? I didn't start it. God, thy will is hard. But you hold every card. I will drink
Impressive music, an impressive performance.
Well, you know, that's what's so interesting. He has chosen a piece of music that's really powerful. It's grabbed the audience. I just wish he could have done that in his free program at the National Championship.
Getting a standing ovation. He is not going to the Olympic Games, but unlike so many others, he can say, I have been there. He was in Albertville. She's back, and we ask her, is this a dream come true?
I had a lot of difficulty coming back in the couple months prior to the Nationals. So in my mind, in my heart, I knew I could do it. I just didn't know psychologically how I was going to feel at that time. So when I went out there, it was just such an unbelievable, overwhelming sensation from the audience, and I'm like, I've got to do it now. So to me, I was relieved that I skated the way I wanted to and ended like that.
And now back to the action in Festival on Ice presented by Nations Bank. And here's Elaine Zayak. As you know, she was the darling of the Nationals, where she had an outstanding free program. The lone female skater to reinstate former world champion, 2 times a silver medalist and bronze medalist in the World Championships. And on the ice tonight, Elaine Zayak, age 28.
Double axel.
A very large part of figure skating history, former world champion Elaine Zayak.
Well, it's very nice for Elaine. She has come back, competed this year, done very well, and she may not compete again, but she will finish competition, if she does, happy and successful. And a very nice double axel, showing the true form that she had many years ago when she was skating. And the fast scratch spin.
you probably think they're breaking into commercial or something like that, but they're not.
Elaine, it was you who looked in the mirror and saw that ugly person a while ago when you were thinking about your comeback. What did you see then? What do you see now?
A new Elaine, hope, and I'm on my way back and I feel better than ever. I think I needed 10 years to get myself in shape and do things I'm doing today, and I feel so happy I'm back.
What has it done for you emotionally after the Nationals?
I think I'm more confident now to do everything, and I have a better outlook on life, and skating is just like a dream come true for me this year. And hopefully I have more challenges and more competitions ahead of me.
Thanks for the thrills, Elaine.
Thank you.
You know, they could pick one of those big sports.
Ice dancers now, Susan Wynn and Russ Witherby. They have been second in our nationals for the last 2 years in a row. Unfortunately, this year, second is not good enough to get them on a team of one of ice dancers to go on to Norway. They've been skating together for only about a year.
I can't lie, no more of it, darling.
Susie Wynn, one of the competitors to actually reinstate, to regain her eligibility. Really close to the edge there.
Susan Wynn, Russ Witherby.
Susie looking very happy to be skating. After reinstating, no regrets, having left professional skating and coming back to competitive skating, and she looks great.
On Ice, presented by Nations Bank. I'm Nicole Watson here at Peter Carruthers. After the unfortunate incident that happened in Detroit to Nancy Kerrigan, well, it set up an ill feeling throughout the amateur sports community, particularly with the figure skaters. And Peter, what does Nancy have to do to get back in shape to skate during the Olympic Games?
Well, really, the most important thing to do is to rehabilitate the knee, and she's doing that. That's coming along. Now, as far as the mental end of it is concerned, getting into the rink, working hard, going through the programs, getting her confidence back. Remember, she's an Olympian, so she's felt pressure before. I think she's going to put this behind her and go forward and have a good Olympics.
Well, we had a chance to talk to some of the figure skaters to get their reaction to the incident.
You know, it's just something that happened, and it was really, you know, a bad thing that happened to her, and it's really sad, but I don't think that we can go around, you know, looking behind our back all the time. We kind of just have to focus on our skating and what we're doing.
There's always fans around and everything. I think that's the risk that everyone takes in our sport, and they realize that things can happen, but there's really no control. I feel like, you know, if someone's out there and wants to get to somebody, nothing will stop them.
I hope that this incident with Nancy Kerrigan doesn't change our sport because it's so beautiful to watch. And an incident like this should never have happened. So to me, I keep telling everybody that I talk to, keep watching because there are a lot of great Olympic champions and ice queens that have been champions, and that's what's the most important thing. And a little incident, which is not very little, but I think you should take for granted what we're doing out there and just look at that and not look behind the closed curtains and just forget about what happened and enjoy our skating from here on in.
Like so many American pairs, they've been around for a long while, but not together. Kalle Urbanski and Joseph Mero.
Whoa!
Peter, I love competition, love it. But every once in a while, it's nice to see and hear a vocal of a fine and strong piece of music and to watch people skate to it.
Well, that's very true. It can really impact the audience in a very positive way because it's a song usually that they're familiar with. flip coming down from great height. A lot on those legs to absorb that kind of shot. She's very strong. Whoa! That thing was spinning, almost out of control.
Talk about pleasing the crowd.
Very strong.
They are standing for Connor Urbanski and Joseph Meno.
Well, they're so acrobatic and exciting. Maybe we're starting to see more depth in our pairs, and that will be good for the world competition scene over the next 4 to 5 years.
There she is on the ice here at the Patriot Center, 13 years old last July. The silver medalist in the U.S. Nationals, Michelle Kwan of California. World Junior Champion. We saw her win the Olympic Festival in San Antonio last summer.
Beautiful double axel. This is her technical program. This is the program she performed at the national championships. Now let's see if she tries it. A triple Lutz. It was a double. Fell short one rotation.
As you listen to Song of India, we will remind you that Michelle Kwan and all the competitors here tonight have had a very emotional and grueling 10 or 12 days in Detroit and then moving on here.
Very nice backspin.
There is the current World Junior Champion and the current silver medalist of the U.S. Nationals at age 13.
Michelle, at 13 years old, you're already up here with the big girls. Tell me how it feels for you.
It feels really great to skate and to compete with them.
When you see people like Tonya Harding, who is your idol on the ice, what do you think about those women?
Well, I don't really think about it when I'm on the ice, but when I'm off the ice, I'm putting my skates on right next to Tonya, Nancy.
I'm quite sure everybody wants to know what Michelle Kwan does other than figure skate.
Everything like a normal kid. I do homework, I collect things, I do many hobbies.
Well, you're a fantastic figure skater. Thanks a lot, Michelle.
Thank you.
Here are two of the reasons why tonight is a night of celebration. These two reasons are Kyoko Ina and Jason Dungeon, and yes, they have won their way to Norway to represent the USA in the pairs.
You can really see her strong single skating background right now. Very high split double twist lift. That will be one of the technical elements in Lillehammer, Norway.
Half a dozen years or so ago, Kyoko Ina was winning junior titles in her home country of Japan. Now she's an American citizen and smiling because she's going to represent the USA in Norway along with Jason Dungeon.
Now the split double twist lift. Watch the height. He will actually throw her into the air. She'll rotate 2 times, and then the object is to catch her and bring her down softly, and he does that nicely.
The only pair to represent the United States in dance, Elizabeth Punselin and Jared Swallow. They finished first in the Nationals, and to the Mambo beat, you will see why they will represent the USA.
Elizabeth and Jared have chosen music that has a lot of rhythm to it. And in the eyes of the ISU, that is the governing body that oversees the rules and regulations for ice dancing, they'll be pleased to see this because there is a definite direction that they're going in for ice dancing.
You know, we talked earlier when they were on the ice, Peter, about the return of Torvald and Dean. It's almost as someone has coronated them that they're going to come back and be kings and queens again in the dance. But let us not forget those very, very good Russians.
Oh, they are fantastic. You can't forget about the Russians. But I think what's nice about this team is that they have a very nice rhythm behind their free dance. It's not so esoteric and avant-garde as we've seen in the past, where you really can't define what they're doing. This is nice.
So when you throw in the names of Torval and Dean, don't forget Yusufa and Zula. And let us hope Punsalan and Swallow. Certainly see Punsalan and Swallow from Norway. And remember, our TNT coverage of the Olympic Games will begin on Monday, February 14th. That's just a few weeks away. Punsalan and Swallow, this night of celebration, this festival on ice presented by Nations Bank will continue from the Patriot Center on the campus of George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, in a moment.
Scott Davis as he prepares to skate. Earlier, I spoke with Scott regarding his upset victory at the National Championships in Detroit.
And he too created quite a... What was it like to beat Brian Boitano?
It was different. It was unbelievable. I didn't think it was possible. You know, there's only so many people that have ever beaten Brian Boitano. You look at his biography, and on the side they say Brian Boitano this competition first. And so, you know, he's a great champion and a great skater, and to go out at a national championships and beat him, it's pretty amazing. I can't believe it.
When you were out there and doing all your stuff, you're known more for, again, being a good spinner. Your revolutions in the air are a little bit tighter, and so it looks awesome. How would you describe yourself as a skater?
I think I'm a more athletic skater. Growing up, I've worked on jumps and spins, you know, seeing how fast I can spin and seeing how many times I can, you know, rotate in the air. And I think over the years I've learned to be a more artistic skater, you know, get the audience involvement, and just try to create a theme so that I can kind of portray a character out there.
Our night of fun, our night of celebration, our send-off to the members of the Olympic team is about over, but not quite, because here's the men national champion, and he will be in Norway, Scott Davis, with his impressive win over Brian Boitano in Detroit.
Boy, there's no holding back with this individual. When he skates, he really goes for it. As you could see earlier, he almost skated right out of the rink.
No, I can't lie. If I say to you, baby, I love you, baby, I love you.
Ooh.
Oh, and I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, triplets. Again, I think he's having a little bit of trouble with the size of the ice.
You better hold on tight, 'cause I'm the one who's supposed to kneel down and propose, all right.
Let me tell you, folks, that is one fast spinner there.
Well, they say he is about the fastest spinner in the world.
Just sleep tight with a thought that you'll always be caught up in love with me.
What a combination, Scott Davis and Harry Connick.
Oh, great triple loop, but he almost went off again. I'll tell you, he's really got so much power.
Could it be that some friends you thought never would make you a baby? Oh, you better hold on tight, 'cause I'm the one who's supposed to kneel down and propose, but all right. Oh, I might. So when I kiss you goodnight, just sleep tight with the thought that you'll always be caught up in love with me. And
the attitude of all of these skaters that we have talked to tonight, Peter. Those who are going on to Norway, they say, we just want to skate well. Let the rest take care of itself. Scott Davis, our evening is over. Not quite. We'll be back in a moment with more from the Patriot Center and the Festival on Ice presented by Nations Bank.
By BMW. By Citibank, MasterCard, and Visa. And by Jaguar.
Well, Peter, our night of celebration, our send-off to the members Olympic team is about over. Happily, you and I are also going over, and TNT's coverage will begin on Monday the 14th. But as all of these go with their own thoughts of what they must accomplish, what are the thoughts of Peter Carruthers and our American possibilities with a diminished team in numbers this year in Lillehammer, Norway?
Well, I think that we have a great team, a great group of young people. They've showed that tonight. The exhibitions were great. But remember, they're going to go home to very cold skating rinks. There won't be an audience. They'll just be themselves and the coach. So from here on in, it's hard work and perseverance toward that one last competition, the Olympic Games.
And we will all get together again from Norway starting the 14th of February here on TNT.
Well, it seems like we watched these kids develop their performances over the years right here on U.S. Olympic Gold. We saw some of the high points at the Olympic Festival in '93 right up to this event. I look forward to them taking the ice in Lillehammer, and we all wish them a lot of luck. Here's one last look at your 1994 U.S. Olympic figure skating team. And with that, for Jim Simpson and Peter Carruthers, I'm Nicole Watson saying good night, everyone.